So I would like to call Dr. Prathamesh to present his paper. Dr. Namaste, good morning. So as a clinician, I am presenting a case which is actually it's ulcerative colitis. Its prevalence is very much less found in India compared to Western countries. And if you look into the Ayurvedic classics, there is no direct reference of this inflammatory bowel disease or what we call as an autoimmune disorder. So when this new kind of disease come to us, so we have to interpret it in terms of level of vitiated dosha and dusha, etc. So and accordingly we have to treat that condition. So as we begin for any new work, we worship the Lord Ganesha and Lord Dhanvantari, who is the god of medicine, and I begin my presentation. So this is the famous verse from the Ashtanga Hridayam, which gives us the confidence to practice the Ayurveda medicine with assurance of efficacy and safety. It's the Idam Agam Siddhatvat Pratyaksham Paladarshana Mantravat Samprayuktam Namimamsasya Katanchana. Means whatever that is told in the Ayurveda, in classic, they are well tested and well proved. So we talk about that anything that has been mentioned in ancient texts, we have to do research. So research is required, but whatever they have told, it is not. There is no any wrong thing, or there is no any just they have taken one herb and given to the patient. They have equally means they have conducted some kind of clinical research in according to their time of era, and they have mentioned in their classes. So I begin with my case presentation. A patient of 46-year-old male, is occupation by farmer, is local from the Gadingal family, from the Desh is Jangal and from Adangal. He came to the surgery OPD of our institution. The main complaint which he was complaining was per-rectal bleeding during defecation, and there was pain in the abdomen, and there is some fullness of sensation in the abdomen, and whenever he eats the food, he feels like just go to the toilet. Means he cannot digest the food properly or cannot hold food properly into the stomach, and of the general weakness. Describing about the history of that present illness, the patient was alright 2 years before. Gradually started developing Adman. Adman means like fullness of sensation into the abdomen, and there was bleeding during the defecation, means while passing the stool. Because of which first is a common scenario in there that they first rushed to the allopathic hospital. There where he was consulted. He was, according they consulted, they diagnosed it as an ulcerative colitis, and they started with their regular treatment that he was put on the steroids and etc. But complaint was it was temporarily reduced. For 3 to 4 months he was alright. Then later on they discontinued the treatment. But after discontinuation treatment, he began with the regular work and all. Then complaint worsened. It worsened the frequency or what we say severity. It was increased. So then he went to 2 or 3 hospitals, and then after as he was not getting the result, so then they finally come to the Ayurvedic physician. So he come to our OPD with complaints of bleeding during defecation. On taking the history, the bleeding was fresh red in color, and the stool, that is constituency of the stool, was semi-solid, not that much watery type, or neither it was not constipated, so like semi-solid type mixed with the blood. And there was pain in the abdomen. If pain in the abdomen was throughout the day, it was not specific like after having food or etc. It was intermittent. Means morning it will start after having tea or on the empty stomach. Then after some 2 or 3 minutes, when he resumed his daily activities, as his concentration from the pain diminished, the pain sometimes subsides. But again, then pain continues. So it was disturbing his daily activities. And the pain was specific to the left side of the abdomen. And particularly he was telling that pain was increasing after eating the pungent food, means spicy like chili, pickles, etc. It was getting increased. But even after eating any sweet or other taste food, the pain was present. But it was getting aggravated with pungent food. The patient also completed defecation after half hour food. This was one of these worrying second worrying complaint. First was the bleeding during defecation, and other was immediately after eating, after 5 or 10 minutes, he got urge for the defecation and he has to run at the toilet. And also patient was complaining of generalized weakness, and because of this complaint, he came to the OPD of our institution. History of past illness. Already he was a known case of. He was diagnosed by the allopathic hospital as ulcerative colitis, and since 5 years, and he was on the treatment. There was no any major history of illness like diabetes mellitus, hypertension, ischemic heart disease, or any other sexually transmitted disease, tuberculosis, etc. There was no any history of congenital disease. No any surgical history was there, or there was no any history of any particular addiction. Personal history. As he was located in the Kolhapur part of the India, which is famous for eating spicy food. Means regularly in rest part of India, we are eating average, for say example, 1 chili or 2 chili. They will add more number, say 2 or more spice. It is a general dietary. So this type of pungent eating is common in that part of region. Daily routine, he has to, as he was a farmer, he has to work into the sunny climate. That he was exposed to the sunlight, means heat, for a longer duration of time. And other work, because of it, there was no proper sleep. So what we say, Rastri Jagran, or he has to wake up up to 1 or 2 p.m. like that. And there was no proper sleep. And as a farmer, he was exposed to the pesticides, fertilizers while working in the field. General examination, that is what we call as Ashtavidha Pariksha. Ashta means 8 and Pariksha means examination. This is mentioned in the text, called as Yoga Ratnagara. Pulse was 88 per minute. It was alcohol, means not that much pulsation. The power of that blood rushing into the artery was not that much felt, and it was Vata and Pitta Pradhan. Mother, that is stool. It was pitchila, means like greasy type, and it is brownish, dark brownish along with the blood. About urination, there was no any complaint. About the tongue, it was bald tongue and it was pale because of bleeding per rectum. It was severe anemic. Even nails was pandu, that is paler process. Droop means eyes, it was also a paler process. Akruti means build. The patient was very thin build. And Agni means digestive status of that patient. It was not satisfactory. Manda means not. He won't feel anything to eat. If any delicious item is kept in front of him, he won't feel to eat that. Maybe because of this pain or for the defecation immediately after the food. First means such it was afebrile. There was no any temperature, etc. Mudra means facial appearance. It was non-satisfactory. He was on the by looking at the face only. We could say that he is a sick person, means he is not healthy. Blood pressure was 125 atm, which is normal. Systemic and local examination. Respiratory system, there was no any abnormality. Severe cardiovascular system, there was no any murmur, no any abnormal sound was observed. Per abdomen, that is udar pariksha. While palpating the abdomen, there was severe tenderness in left iliac fossa and some tenderness in umbilical fossa. Percussion, there was hyporesonance, that is what we call asthma. In Vama, which means left lateral flank, there was gaseous percussion, this hyperresonance mode was there. Then peristalsis was equally audible in all quadrants of the abdomen. Per rectal examination, there was puckering of anus. I'll show the picture later. Means anal wall was literally pushed inside. There was no any fissure, and in proctoscopy, no any abnormality was seen into the anal canal. As there is a bleeding, whenever patient comes for rectal bleeding, first we suspect of hemorrhoids or any fissure in anal, which is located into the. This pathology can be easily seen on the proctoscopy, but it was not on the proctoscopy. We think of looking to the other investigation like colonoscopy to look into the higher, if there is any abnormality into the above the rectum, sigmoid colon, etc. Investigation, HB was 4 grams per percent, WBC count was near to normal, ESR was also not raised, there is no any effective pathology, HIV was also negative, blood group was A positive. Thyroid function test was done by in the previous hospital within advice. It was negative. Blood sugar random was also normal. Urine examination didn't show any significant pathology. USG abdomen also didn't show any significant pathology. Colonoscopy. Colonoscopy revealed grade 2 ulcerative colitis in left-sided ascending colon. This is 1 feet from ileus junction is free from ulceration. There was no evidence of fresh bleeding, growth or any polyp was there. And when they took the histopathological examination, there was no any evidence of metaplasia or dysplasia or any malignancy was noted. This was the previous colonoscopy report. Before the treatment, as you can see, there is severe ulceration into the sigmoid, as you can see the arrow pointed there. Whereas cecum and transverse colon, there is normal frustration, means mucosal folds are normal. While in other descending colon, anal canal, left and sigmoid, you can see the ulceration. And due to the inflammatory pathology, normal folds are, there is diminished loss of normal folds in the alimentary canal. So, after doing the examination, we have to consider what the pathogenesis is going on according to Ayurvedic point of view. So, as we see the Hetus, the positive factors, he was having all the pungent food and etc., which was Ushna, that is hot in nature. So, it leads to the aggravation of Pitta and Vata dosha. Because of this aggravation of Vata and Pitta dosha, in one side you can see the Samanvayu was Samanvayu that in Ayurvedic physiology, the Samanvayu is responsible for Sar and Pitta vibhajan. Sar means good essence part of the food, and Pitta means waste part. When the food goes into the intestine, there is separation takes place. The one essence part is absorbed into the circulation, whereas Pitta part is it is pushed forward into the alimentary canal, so it will convert into feces and will be eliminated out. So when there is Samanvayu disturbance is there, there is no proper absorption of food into the alimentary canal. So patient is subjected to the diarrhea. That is, when food goes inside, it is pushed forward. There is no proper separation, and more of the Pitta part, that is waste product, is created. So because of this, patient was experiencing diarrhea immediately after the food. Other part, it is the vitiation of Pitta. As Pitta resides into the Rakta, so whenever Pitta gets vitiated, it also vitiates the blood. So, and Pitta was increased with its Ushna, Tikshna and Amla guna. There was corrosive action on the mucosa, mucosal layer of the intestine, causing it the inflammatory reaction, and it leads to the ulceration into the mucosa, which leads to the bleeding, and it was associated with bloody diarrhea. So, we come to the conclusion that it was Grahani Dushti with Papashayagata Vrana. That is, Grahani means one disease has been mentioned in Ayurvedic classes where there is alternative diarrhea and this Moorbadda and Moordrava means some days patient pass semi-solid stool or some days patient pass watery stool. So, and it is chronic in nature, whereas in Atisar, which is called as in modern medicine diarrhea, there is watery stool and it is acute condition, whereas Grahani is a chronic condition. So diagnosis was done as a Vasaj Grahani with Pittanubandhi. So now the treatment, line of treatment was first as there was bleeding and Rakta is considered as a fourth dosha, or also it is considered second to the life. Means whenever there is loss of blood from the body, Acharyas advise that first you stop the bleeding, because it is a jiva, that is it is the life of the body. If blood is excessively going out of the body, then person won't survive. Second thing was Agni Dipan, that is improving the metabolism. Whatever he was taking, he was not properly digesting. There was Jataragni Mandya as well as Samanvayu vitiation. So we have to improve the status of the Agni, which is the prime and sole first treatment we do in any disease. Whether any disease comes, first we will correct the Agni. If there is no any life-threatening condition, even in acute and also chronic condition, apart from maintaining the vitals, then utmost importance is given to the Agni, and then we give importance to the Vata dosha. Then was a Pitta Shaman, that is specifying of Pitta dosha, and Vasanuruman. Vasanuruman means improving the proper movement of Vata, and Balavardhan means improving the physical and mental strength of the patient. Then for this purpose, as there was ulceration into the anal canal, in large colon, so to promote the healing of this ulceration, there are various oils and these are mentioned in the Ayurveda for external healing of the run. But as these ulcers are into the anal canal, we directly cannot do the dressing. So what best treatment I found was is the Basti Chikitsa. Basti means any either medicated decoction, medicated oil, medicated any liquid medication given through the anal canal. This is the Basti Chikitsa, one of the Panchakarma procedures. For the Basti Dravya, that is drug was selected was Durvadi Taila. The reference is from the Vaisheshya Ratnavali. Raktatisar. Raktatisar means diarrhea associated with bleeding. 60 ml of Anvasan Basti was given. Duration was for 3 days. Then another Basti means it was prepared from the Naskeshara, Arjuna, Lodra, Siddha Dukta means milk was processed with this herb, and Niro Basti means larger quantity of enema was given so that it can move into the upper parts of the colon, that is into the descending and transverse colon. Then Pitta Gupta Anvasan 100 ml Basti for 2 days it was given, and Basti was given after performing Stanic Snehan Siddha. These are as a Purva Karma called as a pre of procedure, that is Snehan means applying the oil to the sacral region. When we do Basti, we apply oil to the abdomen and to the sacral region, and Swedan means we give a steam so that after giving the Swedan, the pores of the skin it gets open, and it facilitates the absorption of that oil and facilitates the dilatation of all the channels, so that whenever we give the Basti, it is well absorbed. This is how we give the admission of Basti. On the left hand side, you can see it is a Anvasan Basti, that is oil or Gluta enema is given. It is classically there is Basti Yantra is there, but nowadays it is not possible to collect the animal bladder enema. So according to the advancement of the era, it is glycerin syringe is used. And other is Niro Basti. For Niro Basti, enema pot is used, but we don't want to evacuate the feces as person is suffering already from the diarrhea. So we have to administer the Niro Basti, which is in large quantity, around 200 ml it is. It should be go drop by drop. So there was no any instrument available. So in hospital, one instrument available is the IV set. IV set was taken. It was washed with antiseptic solution, and it was sterilized, and then it was used. As it contains drop facility of administering drugs drop by drop, we can do by this method. And we have to hold this and squeeze it because we have mixed some gluta in it. So it tends to, as temperature cools down, it tends to get solidified. So we have to squeeze and we have to push that. And drop by drop it goes. And we allow the patient to lie in the left lateral position for 100 matra, which is approximately 3.5 minutes. And then patient is asked to lie on the in the supine position for half an hour or 1 hour, and then he is asked to walk in wherever he is admitted, in his ward he is asked to go. So when this Anvasan Basti which we give, that is retention enema, it remains for say around 6 hours. Initially, actually in classical text it is mentioned that it will come at the end of the day, or it will come on the other day when patient will go for the defecation. But as there was pathology into the colon, so there was no proper folding. So patient on first day he passed that retention enema after 4 hours. Then on the next day we gave that Niro Basti. So it was it increased the absorption capacity of the drug. So on the third day what we give Anvasan Basti, it was folded for entire full day, 24 hours it was folded. On next day it increased. Patient didn't even pass that Basti. Means it was totally absorbed, and there was no any complication noted after the Basti. So this was about the Basti treatment. And internal medicine we gave in Ampachak Vati. As Ampachak Vati was as there is Agni Mandya. Ama means unmetabolized food. When food is not properly digested, it becomes ama, which is sticky, etc. Means unmetabolized food. So for facilitate the digestion of that food, we give Ampachak Vati. Then Shankhavati, it is also for Shamana of Pitta and Pachan. Then Invastic Churna was given to reduce asthma, flatulence and distension of the abdomen. It was given with Sakura buttermilk. Then Panchamrit Parpati, it is one of the formulation advised into the Grahani Chikitsa. And the first AR was Sakura and boiled rice. Sakura means buttermilk. Prognosis: on third day of Basti, pain in abdomen and frequency of motion after food was reduced. Bleeding during defecation was reduced to 95% with improvement in appetite. Total complaint was reduced after 6 Anuvasan Basti. For the even severe anemic, we advise in textile volume transfusion. As Ayurveda also suggests, whenever there is dhatu share, you try to replace with the same dhatu. That is sarvada sarva bhavanam samanyam buddhi karanam. When there is loss, you try to replace that loss with a similar thing. So blood transfusion was done, and after this patient was discharged after completing 10 Bhakti. There was improvement in general condition and other symptoms. This is the post colonoscopy report. As you can see, that severity of inflammation has been reduced, and there was in previous report there was can compare. Severe ulceration into the rectum also, but in this recent report you can see there is normal mucosal fold. You can see in this picture you can see normal mucosal fold. You can see there is no ulceration has been reduced. On discharge treatment, Suvarna Shekatasa was advised and Panchamrit Parpadi. Diet advice was patient was kept on only Sakra for 3 months, and then later on for other half of the day he was advised to take rice or bakri. Apatya, that is all kind of excessive pungent, sour and excessive corrosive food was contraindicated. He was asked not to take any pickle, chili, etc. because it may further vitiate worsen the condition. And the patient came after 1 month for follow-up with total improvement with respect to signs and symptoms. During defecation was stopped completely, and for this confirmation we did a stool examination for occult and fresh blood. It was nil for that occult and fresh blood. There was no any bleeding, and HB was also improved significantly. Bhakti was selected to heal the ulcer in the Pakvasha and to improve the tone of the intestine. Panchamrit Parpadi was selected to improve the Grahani Bala, and Invastic Churna acts for Deepan Pachan and to improve the Saman Vayu Sarthik se Vibhajan process. Nakishar Rudra Arjun has it has hemostatic action, so because of this they were selected. And Shankavati has got digestion, it improves digestion and improves the tone of the intestine, and also rectifies the vitiated pitta dosha. This is the importance of Sakra. Sakra is astringent and sour in taste. It is easy to digest, improves the digestion. It controls vitiated vata and kapha dosha. It reduces edema, inflammation, hemorrhoid, etc. This is a general indication where Sakra is advised by Acharya Vagbata. And as you know, ulcerative colitis is classified under the inflammatory bowel disease. So there is inflammation. So Sakra is one of the best dietary as well as it acts as a medicine. So buttermilk. So we can advise safely. So now you will have question. If patient is asked to stay on only on Sakra, so whether how will he get other nutrition? So here is the answer. Sakra is buttermilk very rich in vitamin B, calcium, protein, potassium, iron, phosphorus, riboflavin, calories. So there is patient gets enough of nutrition from Sakra alone itself. I will give the contents of what the medicine we use. Durvadi tel. Durvadi tel contains durva, there is sanidone, dexilon. You can see the picture of the durva. Then here is the Kampil Daka and this is the Daru Haridara. Pitta Gruta is multi-herbal content. Ghee processed drug. These drugs are basically cold in potency. That is, they are Shita Virya and they pacify the Pitta dosha. So, because of this Pitta Gruta is used. Main indication of Pitta Gruta is indicated into the skin diseases, Kushta Adhikar. But other acharyas have mentioned like Dushta Nadu, that is infective wounds, sinus, etc. So, in that point of view, I have selected Pitta Gruta. Then Invastic Churna, reference from the Yoga Ratnagara, it contains Hindu, that is Ferula asafoetida, Kirikatu, the mixture of black pepper, long pepper and dried ginger. Ajmoda, Shweta Jiraka, that is white cumin seeds, Krishna Jiraka, black cumin seeds, and Salindo, that is rock salt. Panchamrit Parpati. This is the herbomineral content. It contains purified mercury, purified sulfur, Loha Bhasma, Abrak Bhasma, Tamra Bhasma. Loha Bhasma is Bhasma prepared from the iron, Abrak Bhasma is Bhasma prepared from mica, and Tamra Bhasma is prepared from the copper. Its indication mainly indicated in Grahani Roga.